Who doesn't enjoy the creamy richness of a good fettuccine Alfredo? This recipe is so easy to make and always a favorite. But the best part of this recipe is the story behind my Alfredo recipe, taught to me by Chef Eric when I was taking sauce classes in France. Let's get started, and my recipe starts with a bechamel sauce. In French, when cheese is added, it's called a Mornay sauce. And by now you know the technique. You're going to melt your butter in a flat bottom pan, stir in flour, make a roux, then add your milk or cream, garlic, and other seasoning. Let me tell you this great story behind this recipe. Chef Eric and an Italian chef had a friendly rivalry when it came to food and preparation. They found themselves together at a friend's house when the subject of how to make a proper Alfredo sauce came up, and the two chefs just didn't agree. They decided they would each make fettuccine Alfredo their way and then let the guests be the judge as to which method was best. Chef Eric claimed that fettuccine Alfredo done the Italian way was nothing more than buttered noodles. The Italian accused Eric of being an arrogant Frenchman, and the competition began. Each chef used the exact same ingredients, plus one. Eric chose flour and the Italian an egg yolk. Chef Eric made a bechamel sauce, called a Mornay sauce, in France when cheese is added, using the flour and butter, garlic, half and half rather than full cream, and fresh Parmesan cheese. The Italian used butter, also half and half because that was what was available to them, garlic, and his egg yolk, and then the cheese. Basically the same ingredients, but a different technique. So who was the winner? Well, the Frenchman, of course. No French chef would ever allow himself to be bested by an Italian. Time to add about 3/4 of your Parmesan cheese. Save the rest for the finish when you plate it. Our salted water has come to a rapid boil, and because I'm using fresh fettuccine, it will only take 2 minutes. The translation of fettuccine actually translates to little ribbons, and that's exactly what they look like, little ribbons. It's time to take our fettuccine off and drain it. Our beautifully cooked fettuccine is now drained, and I'm adding the Mornay sauce. Final addition is some chopped parsley. Italian parsley if you have it, regular parsley if you don't. And then you just want to cover this for about 1 minute and it'll be ready to serve. That time while it's covered gives the fettuccine a chance to absorb the sauce. The advantage of making a bechamel or Mornay sauce is that the sauce won't break if it's overheated or reheated the next day. The Italian fettuccine sauce will break and you might find yourself with a greasy mess when you try to reheat any leftovers. So I'm going with the French with my recipe. Delicious with added chicken, artichoke hearts, or shrimp, fettuccine Alfredo is always a family favorite.